Alright, I'm finally back home. I'm so tired. No eyebrows. Monsterpalooza. That was definitely a lot different. Mainly because I had to go all the way to the freaking West Coast, and for once I wasn't something like, New York based, so it's definitely a lot different. No, but it was fun though. Like, it was definitely, we went from like 40 degrees, like foggy and shit in the morning, and then when we landed in the afternoon, it was like fucking like 90 degrees, like fucking sunny as shit, and you're just like, oh my fucking Christ. Paul loved it because that man loves his warm weather, and he was all in the sun, doing his little like Kate Winslet thing, and I am wearing a shirt underneath her, kind of thing. I was just like hiding under my parasol as always. Yeah, let's talk about the con itself. It was a lot of fun. It's kind of like, I feel like what New York Horror Show is trying to become, which is not a bad thing because, Monsterpalooza is in their 10th year, whereas that New York Horror Show, I think that was her first year, and so it's pretty small, it was like $70 for the weekend, which is pretty fucking good. It was like the Marriott Hotel, and then it was like literally right attached, like we just had to go downstairs and over, and, like signing tables that were like in the lobby, for fuck's sakes. And they had all like the dealers and all stuff, and it's definitely like, again, like compared to NY Horror Show, where it was like, oh, here's like 4 different haunted houses, companies, and a bunch of people just selling little trinkets here and there, and a couple artists, Like I said, that was really small in this little ballroom. Here, you're in the technical convention center, and you got makeup schools, you got makeup artists, you have makeup companies, selling their stuff. You got, artists selling their work. You have just regular old dealers just selling, shirts and all that other shit, And it was really good. Like, people there were super nice, and most of the time going to these cons, people are super nice anyway. The makeup that was done there was amazing. I admit, I felt very intimidated, like I went there on Friday, just regular old makeup, just doing majority of my shopping kind of thing, just scoping out the place, and then seeing like the obviously makeup school, so duh, and you get all these other, people just showing up and amazing like makeup and stuff, and I was just like, shit, I was like, oh god, I hope I can pull it off really well tomorrow. And as always, I'm so hard on myself, so it's like, yeah, I could have done better, I could have made it a little more seamless, but it's better than when I did my bison one, which was like, it was great, but good thing there weren't a lot of like close-up shots, because there's one part where you could actually see, and my bison over the nose was just coming up. Yeah, it was tons of fun. Like, I want to do it again, hopefully this time, with Phil coming with us, because of work schedule, he wasn't able to do it this time. Oh my god, I almost forgot. I met George Romero. I fucking met George A. Romero. I didn't get anything signed or anything, so I didn't, in a sense, had to pay for for seeing him. They were like, yeah, you can go over and just say hi, and I was like, oh fuck yeah. I went over, I like shook the man's hand. I was just like, thank you so much, for what you do, with that face. He saw me, and I had the fucking, Twilight Zone thing on, and he was laughing, but with joy. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. He's like, but he said, he's like, it looks good, and I was like, like, I wanted to cry at the moment when he said that. I was like, holy shit. Fucking George Romero just said, like, I look fucking awesome. And I'm like, that stuff. What else? Oh, I bought a bunch of stuff, obviously, since, since I've spoken about it, like, I think last year, like, my IMAX vlog, where I'm like, yeah, it seems like IMAX doesn't really have a lot of effects stuff nowadays. It's all about straight makeup, you fuckers, like, thanks for letting me, it's one of those, like, thanks for making me feel left out, as always, I got a new airbrush gun. When I walked past her table, they're like, hey, you want to try on airbrush? And I was like, nah, man, it's cool, It's like, I'm just looking right now. And they're like, no, we have it set up right here. And I was like, okay, I can actually play with it, because a lot of, oh, this is attached. A lot of these, so like, look out, whoa, you see all the reflection. But yeah, ooh, it's actual gun, pew pew. Yeah, a lot of places, they don't let you really try it, because obviously they don't want you to break it, and they don't know, like, oh, whatever, the trigger's on the top, this one, it's actual gun, you pull it back, and it's great. You pull it back a little, and you feel the, like, resistance, and you can go a little in and get, like, little fine details, and I was just doing a lot of circles and swirlies, because you know, some people were actually like drawing. I was like, no, I was just testing out just swirlies and stuff. But then if you like press a little bit harder, kind of like pull it all, squeeze it all the way back, and you pull it back, you get like a like a larger spray area, which is great, you know, because that definitely works. So you don't have to switch from like gun to gun to be like, oh, let me get the small things here, and I switch this one, so I go whoosh, you know. You actually do both of that, which is great. And then they also have the gravity. There you go, the gravity feed, and of course, I had to go to my freaking PPI booth, Premier Products booth. I fucking love these guys as always. Um, they of course had like kind of like a mini stage, and they were doing demos, and so were a lot of like other makeup companies. Yeah, I got their HD matting spray, so that's actually what I bought this, and that was the next day when I did the pig face, as we call it. That's what made it look kind of more realistic instead of just being like, oh, you painted it, now it's kind of shiny, you know. And of course I have like the clear glazing gel, you know, like that's fun. And then I got these. They didn't have larger bottles, but I bought two of them. And it's called Lime Daiquiri. That's actually that's the color I'm gonna make Phil into Beast Boy. So that's a pretty good, you know, if you can look at it again, pretty good Beast Boy color. Gonna spritz them and stuff. And then I got two palettes because fuck it. Because they said they even like raised their prices. Because normally one of these kind of palette thingies is about 70, and they said now it's actually raised up to, I think, 80. So at the convention, it was special show price. I think they were like 50 or something. So I got Necromania, because I've been eyeing this for a while. It's a lot more like, you know, dead colors. You know. Then of course this one pretty much is an impulse buy, but also at the same time, it's got some good fucking colors, so why not? The special Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, palette, which has these amazing colors. And I kind of was hoping there was a green in there for Gamora, but we got the little pearlescent blue, we got Purple Justice. Purple Justice is actually what I used that in white to make me Ursula, so say that. Corpse Yellow, Light Sienna, they had ochres and all that stuff, which is great. I met Chet Zar, who I've like followed his work since forever, and I bought a print, you know, and I can't wait to frame this. That's gonna be fun. Definitely gotta redo that, take all those, you know, band posters off, start putting the actual art I've been framing lately, you know, do the adult thing you do. So I bought these like motel, Holiday Inn, like, you know, a room key kind of thing. So I have this one from Breaking Bad, which is the Crystal Palace one. Oh god, you can see it. Yeah, I got the Breaking Bad one. Then of course I got Ghostbusters. I got that, which I need to go to that address. 14 North Moore Street, you know, cause, clean price reasonably, clean place, reasonably price. Of course, I get the Twin Peaks one, you know, which not that I need to, but would love to rewatch Twin Peaks. And I think the last bit of shite I bought, I shouldn't call it shite, I bought Night of the Living Dead 30th anniversary in a clamshell VHS. I probably should have just brought this over to George Romero and just paid the money and had him sign it, but I always feel weird that you have to like pay for autographs kind of thing. Linda Blair was there too. It sucked that like she was in a section where I couldn't just like walk by and like say hi to her, like a lot of the other autograph peoples, you know. But yeah, clamshell. I love the clamshell, and they did not rewind. That's so funny. They didn't rewind. We didn't learn this all the time. Rewind. What's this one? Ooh, widescreen director's cut. Director's cut of Blade Runner. Because I'm such a film snob, if I like a movie, I have it in several different formats. But yeah. Oh wow. Just look at that printing. Jesus Christ. They didn't rewind either. It's played a bit, but it's okay. I bought Vertigo. Because I definitely don't own this on VHS. Presented in original theatrical widescreen. No, the fucking people need to, they just still didn't rewind. But the cool thing about this one is like you can open it up. Ooh. So, there you go. It's like it's a book. Yeah, so that's why I bought it at the con. That was fun. I definitely would love to go to like California again. Probably a little bit longer so I can like explore more parts of it. Yeah, like I went to the observatory, which me being such a science nerd, I fucking love it. You know. And then of course all the Hollywood sign. You know, we had to kind of do a couple like touristy things. You know, but yeah, definitely would love to go there again and just just do more. And again, have Phil with us this time. You know, just to up the ante of stupidity. You know. Yeah, so hopefully save enough money next year to do it. But yeah, alright, so I think the next thing I'm doing is IMATS. IMATS in New York, so my table setting is just so like black and red and Satan and woo! Scissor me timbers. Okay.
No, but